Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Positivity Keys podcast. I'm your host, Laura Allen, and today we're going to be exploring a truth that we don't talk about enough, that growth doesn't always feel like progress. Sometimes it feels like we're just standing still. Sometimes it feels like we're going backwards. But what if that's exactly where our transformation begins? We're in our August series on growth, and I want to start to talk about something personal. A time when I thought that I had stalled out, but I was actually being reshaped. In today's episode, I'm going to share with you what helped me reframe the pause, how to use the 7 positivity keys when growth is invisible, and 3 practices to stay grounded when your process doesn't look like progress. So let's dive in. As I recovered from cancer, I took a deep dive, like most people do during a major life transition. You start to look at where you've been and where you're going. I felt like I'd hit a wall. I had built a career that I was super proud of. I was on the peak of it, actually, in many ways, but something inside me knew that it really wasn't aligned anymore. The values that I had lived by, they were shifting. The place no longer made sense. The vision that I had once had for my life felt too small for who I was becoming. That's when I made the decision to walk away. At the time, it didn't feel like growth. It felt like loss, uncertainty, like I had pressed pause on everything. Everything that I'd worked for, and I didn't know what was actually next for me. But now I see it was a deep realignment, a sacred pause, a stretch that would eventually give me the clarity and the courage to build something new. Something rooted in my truth, in my purpose, and the kind of life that I actually wanted to live. I wasn't going backwards, I was becoming. And sometimes that's exactly what growth looks like. Growth isn't always a climb. Sometimes it's a quiet unfolding. And in that space, the in-between, this is for you. Let's talk about how each of the 7 positivity keys can help support you when you feel like nothing's happening. The thought key. Replace "I'm stuck" with "something is shifting beneath the surface." The intention key. Set the intention. I trust the season that I'm in right now. The visualize key. Picture yourself looking back at now and you're grateful that you didn't give up. The feelings key. Allow discomfort without rushing to fix it. The action key. Take one grounded step today. Not for results, for alignment. The share key. Say to someone that you trust, I'm in a becoming season. The touch key. Anchor your body. Hand on heart. Breathe. I'm safe to grow slowly. So here's 3 practices for when growth feels invisible. Reflection pause. At the end of each day, you're going to ask, where did I choose alignment today? Track your progress without needing proof. And then number 2, micro movement. Pick one small action that reflects the person that you're becoming. Honor it, even if no one sees it. And then number 3, stillness anchor. Place your hand on your chest and say, I trust the roots that I can't see yet. Breathe into it. Let it land. And in closing today, if you're in a stretch that feels more like standing still, please know you're not failing. You're forming. You're becoming. And that matters more than you know. Try one of these practices this week and tag your reflections using @PositivityKeysGrowth. I'd love to cheer you on. And next week, we're going to walk through how each positivity key supports expansion in a more tangible way, especially when you're stretching into the next version of yourself. Until then, take it slow. Trust the pause. You're not behind, you are becoming.